welcome back to K-State Project Runway. We have all of our contestants ready for you for the evening, but before we begin, we just want to remind you guys to please turn off all of your cell phones and electronic devices, unless you're taking pictures and stuff. Before we begin, we'd like to take a moment to thank all of our sponsors who helped us with this event. The LGBT Resource Center, K-State Proud, Wellcats, Bellis Academy, and K-State After Hours. In just a moment, you'll get to see all of our contestants' hard works. They will be judged based on technical quality and design, creativity, originality, construction, functionality, and wearability by our 4 judges who we will introduce to you right now.
First, we have Stacy Lambert. Stacy, can you raise your hand? Stacy is originally from Southern California and has been a licensed cosmetologist for the past 15 years. In that time, she's worked in fashion education and has also owned her own business. She's currently a salon manager, iTech International educator, and design team supervisor with Bellis. Can we give her a round of applause?
Our next judge is Whitney Thompson. Whitney is best known for making history as the first plus-size winner of America's Next Top Model on Cycle 10. Today, she strives to promote positive body image by serving as an ambassador for the National Eating Disorder Association. Can we have a round of applause for Whitney?
Our third judge is Tai Wu. Tai Wu is a K-State Theater alum and member of the Manhattan drag group Hot, Sticky, and Sweet, bringing live vocals to Aggieville and the surrounding LGBT community. You can find Tai Wu on Facebook or as her alter ego, Tyler Woods. She is also previously judged on Project Runway for us.
And last but certainly not least, we have another Project Runway veteran. Back for her 4th season of judging, Marla Day is a senior curator in the Apparel and Textiles department. She received her Bachelor of Science in Apparel Design from K-State and also received an MS in Apparel and Textiles with an emphasis in historic dress. She has had original designs in juror shows and has also commissioned work that focuses on the use of textiles and texture in their composition. Thank you all for being here this evening. Can we also have a round of applause for Marla?
Our theme this season is K-State Proud. All of our contestants had the challenge of upcycling a K-State Proud shirt from the past, as well as this year's UPC VIP Cat shirt. In addition to their 2 shirts, they were also assigned a color to include in their design.
After working hard on their pieces for 2 weeks, they teamed up with a model of their choice and students from Bellis Academy to show off their hard work for all of you this evening. Thanks to the Wildcat Watch staff, you'll also be getting a behind-the-scenes look at what inspired them to create each of their pieces.
Let's get things started with Skylar Slavin.
Hi everyone, I'm Skylar Slavin. I'm a sophomore at Apparel Textile Design. My model tonight is Kelsey Diggins. She is a sophomore also, and she's in Apparel Textile Marketing. My favorite K-State moment was probably the ANDA fashion show. It was this winter, and I had a few girls from my sorority model for me, which made it really fun. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Eleanor Dickens, and I'm this year's K-State Proud Chair, and I'm here with Skylar Slavin, one of the contestants for this year's 2015 K-State Project Runway, put on by UPC. So, Skylar, will you tell us where you're from and what your major is?
All right, well, I'm from Overland Park, Kansas, and I'm actually an apparel textile design major here at K-State.
Great, fantastic. And where do you find your inspiration for your artwork?
A lot of my inspiration right now is coming from the macro trend offbeat. I kind of like to have like a playful feel on my work and also throw in like a vintage aspect to it also.
Oh, very cool. And what is your design aesthetic typically?
Well, right now I have a fashion line called Skyline, and it usually does have a lot of like the playful colors as well as the vintage look, so it's kind of going along with my inspiration lately.
Awesome. Okay, and what are you most excited about for this year's Project Runway?
I'm kind of excited to really incorporate the K-State Proud shirts as well as the VIP cats, because I think that's a really good idea to get it into the fashion world.
Fantastic. All right, well, go ahead and unveil your shirt for us. Okay. This is it.
Oh, goodness.
All right.
Ooh, pretty purple.
And so now you get to pick your accent color.
Oh, I got pink.
Okay, great. So what are your initial reactions?
Purple and pink.
They're
They go
pretty good.
together.
Yeah.
Like, that would work. Yeah, definitely.
Great.
I have a few ideas. I'm excited.
Wonderful. All right, well, we're excited to see what you have for us. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Skylar. That was a great way to kick off our show for this year.
Our 5th season of Project Runway was also one to remember. Project Runway's Mila Hermanvosky joined us for a question and answer session and also served on our panel of judges. Contestants competed in both outfit as well as hair and makeup design to impress the residents of the Capitol in our Hunger Game themed event.
It was a tough decision, but ultimately junior Ariana Levin took home the grand prize for her design inspired by fishing in District 4. So this event already seems to be going swimmingly. So we'll just keep going with the flow to see what our designers this year have come up with.
Our next designer for the evening is Molly Fitzpatrick.
Hi everyone, my name's Molly Fitzpatrick. I'm a sophomore in apparel and textiles design, and my model is Brandy Seitz. My favorite K-State memory was probably this year when we beat KU in basketball and stormed the court. Go Cats.
Hi, my name's Eleanor Dickens, and I'm this year's K-State Proud Chair. I'm here with Molly Fitzpatrick, one of the contestants for the 2015 UPC K-State Project Runway. So, Molly, will you tell us about where you're from and what your major is?
I'm from St. Joseph, Missouri, and my major is apparel design.
Great. And what is your design aesthetic?
Well, I really like more of a classic look, and I'm really into special occasion wear.
Great.
And so that's something that I hope to maybe, possibly, show in K-State Project Runway.
Wonderful. And where do you typically get your inspiration from?
It depends. Usually I like to look at, the couture shows and what's going on now. I am a subscriber to Vogue.
Okay,
so
fantastic.
That's sort of an inspiration to me.
Great. And then what are you most excited about for this year's Project Runway?
Well, I'm really excited to see how I can expand myself and my creativity, especially with, the subject we're doing.
Fantastic. All right, well, go ahead and unveil your shirt for this
Okay.
year.
Do I get a drum roll?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
Whoa.
there you go. Wonderful. And then now you get to pick your accent color. Red. Okay, so do you have ideas in your mind already about your designs or initial reactions for us?
Well, red. I could do a newspaper joke. Something about this outfit going to be like black, white, and red all over.
I like it. I think it's fantastic. Well,
Awesome.
I'm excited to see it.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Every now and then, I think you might like to hear something from us. Nice, easy. There's just one thing. You see, we never, ever do nothing. Nice, easy. Every now and then, I think you might like to hear something from us. Nice, easy. There's just one thing. You see, we never, ever do nothing.
All right, awesome job, Molly.
This evening has been made possible through a variety of co-sponsorships. We'd like to take this time to tell you a little bit more about these partners.
The LGBT Resource Center acts as a central hub of resources for LGBT and ally students, faculty, staff, and administration. The center's goal is to promote equity, respect, and social justice through programs, outreach, and education. Along with information on non-discrimination policies and events, the center provides things from counseling services to safe havens for people affected by homophobia, hateful acts, and sexual violence.
The Resource Center also works closely with administration to ensure that K-State's campus is safe and inclusive for all events and facilities on campus. Let's have a round of applause for this important resource.
And our next contestant is Shelby Schinkel.
Hello, I'm Shelby Schinkel. I'm a junior in apparel and textiles design here at K-State. And my model is Jamie Westfall, and she has been one of my best friends for a very long time. And so my favorite KSU memory actually involves her, and it's actually a very long stream of memories because we were roommates for our first year at K-State, and that would be my favorite memory.
Hello, I'm Eleanor Dickens, and I'm this year's K-State Proud Chair, and we're here with UPC's K-State Project Runway 2015, and here I am with Shelby Schinkel, and we are going to do her unveiling for her K-State Proud t-shirt. So first, I'll ask you a few questions. So will you tell us your major and your hometown?
Yeah. I'm in apparel and textiles design, and I'm from Olathe, Kansas.
Great. And where do you typically get your inspiration from?
Great question. I look to a lot of other designers. I like Kate Spade, Lily Pulitzer, people like that. So.
Great. And do you have a particular design aesthetic?
I would say girly, probably.
Okay. Great. Fantastic.
Broad category.
Yeah, wonderful. And then what are you most excited about for this year's Project Runway?
I like that it is kind of upcycling, reusing things.
Sure.
It's something we do a lot in the apparel and textiles program, and something that I do a lot in my own work. So
great, fantastic,
it's exciting.
All right, go ahead and unveil your shirt. Okay, and so why don't you go ahead and choose your accent color?
Okay. Orange.
Orange. Okay, great. Do you have some designs coming to mind already?
You know, I'll work through it, yeah.
You're working. Okay, great. Well, excited to have you on the show.
Yeah, me too.
Thank you.
Thanks.
My house in Budapest, my hidden treasure chest, golden grand piano, my beauty focus EOU. Ooh, ooh, I leave it all. My acres of land. My house in Budapest, my hidden treasure chest, golden grand piano, my beauty focus EOU. Ooh, I leave it all.
All right, thank you so much, Shelby. That was awesome.
One partnership that's unique to this season of K-State Project Runway is K-State Proud. K-State Proud is a philanthropy on campus that is completely led and run by students for students. You might have seen the various colors and designs of K-State Proud shirts on campus. These t-shirts are the main fundraising means of the campaign. Donations are accepted for the shirts and go towards helping students who are in emergency financial situations.
These students who almost have to drop out of K-State due to their financial situations are given scholarships to stay part of our K-State family. We're happy to be working with this organization this year, and we appreciate everyone's support during this evening. We'll get to see another great K-State Proud design by our next contestant, Maggie Stuart. Maggie's a sophomore in apparel and textile designs, and she will be modeling her own garment this evening. She said that her favorite thing about K-State is all of the fun events that she gets to attend. So let's give it up for Maggie.
Hi, my name's Eleanor Dickens, and I'm this year's K-State Proud Chair. I'm here with Maggie Stuart, who's a contestant in the 2015 UPC K-State Project Runway. So Maggie, will you tell us about your hometown, where you're from, and what your major is?
I am from Shawnee, Kansas, so not too far away. What was the other question?
And what your major is?
My major is fashion design and production.
Great. And where do you get your inspiration from?
I really like a lot of Asian fashions and European fashions, so a lot of those kind of things. And I also like looking at what people are wearing and what I think would go good with it that's not available to purchase.
Nice. Very cool. And what is your design aesthetic typically?
That's a really hard question. People keep asking me that. Just things that I think people would like to wear.
Okay, great. And then last question before we have you unveil your shirt.
Okay.
What are you most excited about for this year's Project Runway?
I guess I don't really work with t-shirts very often, but I guess it'll be fun to see how creative I can get with the type of materials I can get my hands on.
Great, fantastic. All right, well, go ahead and unveil your shirt for this year. Just grab that black cloth. All right, there you go. So it's this year's shirt. And then why don't you, I can take that guy from you, and would you pick your accent color?
Yellow.
Great, fantastic. So what are your initial reactions? What are you thinking?
Yellow is my least favorite color.
Oh, all right, then it'll be a bit of a challenge, but
Yep.
we know you're up for
It'll
it.
be fun.
All right, great. Thank you very much.
Great job, Maggie.
All right, so we're going to ask our judges a couple of questions here. Our first ones are from Marla and Tai Wu. They've both had experience judging in Project Runway. Marla and Tai Wu, what have you both enjoyed about the event this year that's different from previous years?
I've never seen a t-shirt challenge. I think that's really interesting. I've worked with t-shirts before. You have to be innovative as a drag queen. You know, sometimes, this cost $3. I went to the Goodwill, you know. But I look good tonight. Thank you. Yes. But, you know, you walk into Walmart, you get a t-shirt, and you work it out. And I think that this is a fun challenge.
Marla?
And as far as a t-shirt goes, it's really a material that can be really, really versatile, and so I was excited to see what they'd be able to do with it and to push themselves tonight, so that's what I'm looking for, is that they really accepted a challenge and pushed their boundaries, because I've had all these as students, so I know their abilities.
All right, and then we'll go to Whitney and Stacy. What has surprised both of you the most this evening so far?
I think that they were really creative. I think even with just the first contestant, when she came out, I was shocked at how cool and modern they've made these shirts. I mean, honestly, extremely impressed.
And honestly, I have to say one of the things that I'm most impressed about tonight is I've had the opportunity to work with a lot of these girls before, and being an educator for so long, it's always really nice to see their development. And so seeing some of the same designers again here tonight that I've seen in shows past, it's really impressive to see how their development has come along and their skill and their craft. And so I think that is what impresses me and excites me the most about being here tonight.
Okay, thank you both. Next up, we have Brooke Wallace.
Hi everyone, I'm Brooke Wallace and I'm in apparel and textile design here at K-State. Tonight my model's name is Tyler Hoyt and she's in elementary education. The thing I love about K-State the most, and I know a lot of people say this a lot, but it's our pride, and I see this so much during the homecoming game and all the activities revolving around that, especially during the parade that we have the day before, and I just love that experience every year.
Hi, I'm Eleanor Dickens, and this is UPC's K-State Project Runway, and I'm this year's 2015 K-State Proud Chair. I'm here with Brooke Wallace, and Brooke, will you tell us about your hometown and your major?
Yeah, so I'm in apparel and textile design here at K-State, and I'm from a little town called New Cambria, Kansas, which is really close to Salina.
Great, fantastic. So where do you find your inspiration?
Well, I kind of just think it up as it comes type thing. I really contemplate different ideas and somehow it just kind of works as I go.
Great. And do you have a particular design aesthetic?
Well, I feel like I change a lot. Kind of always trying something new. I just never know. I like trying new things.
Great. Okay, fantastic. So then will you tell us a little bit about what you're most excited for about this year's Project Runway?
Well, this is my first year doing it, so the whole experience in general is quite exciting. And just being able to like have this time limit and think of something new and creative with t-shirts and yeah, so I'm really excited.
All right, well, why don't you go ahead and bring the cloth off of your shirt.
All right. Oh, purple. Perfect.
Okay. All right, and then now we'll have you draw your accent color. All right.
All right, green.
Okay, fantastic. So do you have some ideas that are going on in your mind already for the design?
Well, I've kind of been thinking maybe a checkered print type thing. We'll see.
Great. All right, well, we're excited to see what happens.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Brooke.
So as Julie and I said at the beginning of the show, we're both arts co-chairs for a program here called Union Program Council, Union Program Council, also known as UPC.
UPC plans from 150 to 180 events every year on K-State's campus. We do everything from weekly movies to open mic nights and a large-scale event like Lindsay Sterling or Aziz Ansari. We even have a stand-up show tonight in the Union Station downstairs at 10 p.m. if you want something to do after the show's over.
And we also have a lot of other exciting events, so we're just going to take a moment to tell you about some of them. Next Thursday, you can see Rainn Wilson's talk, Soul Pancake, Chew on Life's Big Questions in McCain Auditorium at 8:30 p.m. Tickets are currently available at McCain box office for $5 plus fees and taxes for students.
Other events coming up include Open Mic Night at 7 p.m. on April 7th, next Tuesday, Amp It Up Paintball on April 10th from 6 to 10 p.m., a character artist during open house, and a free Michael Jackson tribute show at 7 p.m. on April 11th in Forum Hall.
And you can find out about more of our events by following us on Twitter at K-State UPC or by liking our page on Facebook, because we still have so many events to do for the rest of the semester, so we'd love to see you at some of them.
Our final contestant for the evening is Kimberly Gottschalk.
Hi everyone, I'm Kimberly Gottschalk and I am a junior in apparel design and production. My favorite memory at K-State would have to be when we stormed the Hale Library during finals week. It was quite fun. Tonight my model will be Erin Simon.
Hi, I'm Eleanor Dickens, and I'm this year's K-State Proud Chair, and we are here at the UPC K-State Project Runway. So I'm here with Kimberly Gottschalk, one of our contestants for this year. So Kimberly, will you tell us where you're from and what your major is?
I'm from Ellis, Kansas, and my major is apparel design and production.
Great. And what is your design aesthetic?
I like to design with like kind of like a street style. I do a lot of research at WGSN. I did Kansas City Fashion Week this last year, so that was a lot of fun, but I kind of stick with that strict style.
Fantastic. And will you tell us where you find your inspiration?
Like I said, I do a lot of research with WGSN and a lot of street style. I pull like from a lot of bloggers that I follow on Instagram.
Fantastic. And then before you reveal your shirt, will you tell us what you're most excited about for this year's Project Runway?
Just being involved and getting to see everyone's designs. I mean, I'm so excited to like unveil mine, so I can't wait to see everyone else's.
Great. All right, go ahead and unveil your shirt. Okay, and then we'll also grab your accent color also. Woo. Okay, great. So, what's your reaction so far? What do you think?
I don't know.
Okay. Do you have any design ideas going through your mind?
They're starting to roll in, but I don't know if I'm really settled on one yet.
Great. All right. All right. Well, we'll see you soon.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Kimberly. That was a great way to close out our show for the evening.
At this time, we'd like to invite all of our contestants and our models back to the stage so we can hear the judges' comments.
Okay, I'll ask first. So what did you do to remove the color, the original purple, out of the t-shirt?
Well, I had the idea to bleach it, and originally I thought it was going to turn out white, and it turned out pink, which was interesting.
Was the perfect
Yes,
color.
perfect.
And so in getting your pattern, did you just spray it on, or did you have a technique to get areas of color loss?
Yeah, well, since the shirt was so big, what I did was twist the shirt up and create kind of a spiral pattern, and then that way, I mean, some of it was covered in the middle area more, and then throughout the sleeves. Worked out really well.
Okay.
Hey.
Hey.
How's it going? So your accent color was pink, and then did you construct the skirt as well, or is that just part of the outfit that you just put together?
Yes, I constructed the skirt with a different fabric, obviously, from the t-shirts. Something colorful. Love it.
Nice. You said what is it again? It's an Abercrombie t-shirt? Is that what you said?
No, I constructed the skirt out of a different fabric than the
okay,
t-shirts,
okay.
obviously. But
I don't know where I got Abercrombie. I don't know.
I probably must have.
Oh, it's interesting. I see this kind of design kind of happen like on Pinterest. There's a lot of juxtaposing of fabrics and whatnot, and so I think it's fun. It's bold to do that because she's gonna walk through campus and people are gonna be like, "Girl, what happened? You were late to class and you already had the K-State Proud. You were at Purple Power Play, had a rough night. You woke up on your best friend's floor and you're like, girl, can I borrow your skirt? I got to get to entomology." So it's fun. I appreciate it. Thank you.
I think that this top is so cool. I think it's awesome. It's really trendy. It's super fresh. I don't think it goes with the skirt. I think the skirt goes a little grandma with it. It kind of takes away from the shirt. I mean, the skirt's awesome on its own, but I wouldn't pair it with the tie-dye. But I think that I love the shirt. I love what you did with the tie-dye. I love the gray pattern on the seams. I think it's awesome. So, good job.
Thank you.
I think that we're seeing a lot of this mix and match sort of style that's going on right now. So kudos to you for definitely honing in on that trend that's getting popular. What you did with the shirt is fantastic. I definitely see that type of style out in the stores a lot recently, and I love the fact that you took the bleach and you actually went back to more of a traditional type of style as far as your tie-dyes, kind of bringing that back around. I do like the skirt. I think the lines are beautiful on it, just in time for Easter. Not a fan of the pear. I do see what you tried to do, and I think, like I said, I commend you for that as far as that style. But I have to go back to that shirt. That shirt, you did an amazing job on it. So good job.
Thank you very much.
Hi.
Want me to go first? Yeah. Okay, so you just decided to go with the black, white, and red all over. Fun idea.
Yes, I did. Thank you.
Good to see you, Molly.
You too.
And so did you just spray painted the newspaper, or did you paint it, or what'd you do?
Yeah, I spray painted it.
Uh-huh. And first newspaper project for your dress?
Yes, this is the first one I've done. Yes, spray paint does work on newspaper, by the way. It does work.
Because I saw it on your hands in the video, and I thought, oh, no.
Yeah, it's a little messy.
Hello.
Hi.
So I was wondering what that was too. I was like, what is happening here? So what prompted that decision to try to use newspaper to do this?
Last year I attended K-State Project Runway, and one of the things that one of the contestants said was a great way to spark creativity and further your chances of winning is to use non-traditional materials. So going into it, I thought, okay, we have to use something off the beaten track. So once I heard it was K-State, I thought, what better way to just use the collegiate? That way it's sustainable and cost practical.
That's a good idea, yeah. It's cohesive. I really appreciate that you broke it up and made it into a dress. So did you actually have to sew the newspaper in, or did you?
Yeah, I sewed it
Wow.
with the machine.
So did you have to could you lift up one of those flaps just so I could see what?
Yeah. Are you okay with that? Okay. That's what it looks like.
So you didn't have to serge it or anything, or?
No. It's not quite gathered, it's more pleated than gathered.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Do you want a closer look?
Yes, come closer, please. Even closer, you get to the edge. Live life on the edge. Oh, cool. Okay, so did you did use a sewing machine?
Yes.
Because I wondered, that's a long night just watching Walking Dead, hand sewing that in. That's cool. I really like that. What would you use then if this was like a real dress that people would want to wear? What would you use to make that volume?
I'd probably start out with using tulle. With that, I'm not because tulle's just such sort of an interesting fabric to work with. I'd start out trying that. Probably maybe go more towards like an organza.
Okay.
To do a volume like that.
Cool. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Want me to?
I won't bite. I think that the shirt is adorable. I love the cut on that. I love the open shoulders. It's so cool. I would totally wear that shirt. The skirt is it's definitely 80s. I don't have to tell you that. It's 80s. I wish you would have done more with the shirt because the sole focus here is totally the skirt. 100%. That's all that I'm looking at. I'm like, newspaper, that's so cool. So I think, I don't know, I mean, I'm not a designer, but I wish you had done a little bit more with the shirt. But I think it's very, very original. You know, I have to commend you. That's definitely out of the box.
Thank you.
Absolutely. I agree 100%. I absolutely love it. I definitely see your theme here, 80s all the way. I think that the shirt actually does go along. You got that whole little flash dance kind of thing going on with your pleated skirt. And I love the newspaper. I absolutely love non-traditional materials. And when it comes to creativity, I think that what you did here is fantastic. Creativity is definitely one of the areas that I work in quite a bit. So I love it when you see someone take something that is otherwise trash and turn it into something fantastic. So big hats off to originality and putting together such an adorable outfit out of just a t-shirt and newspaper. That's fantastic.
Thank you. Thanks. Okay. Thank you.
Hello.
Hi, Shelby. In looking at your ensemble that you put out today, I think your use of the orange fabric was really creative in terms of the border detail from the, I'm assuming that's where the other t-shirt
Yeah.
is.
Yep.
And I think that was a really fun thing. I would have liked to have seen a little more of that.
Okay.
Because it was quite fun. And, but nice job. What a challenge to work with orange.
Hello. So it's a separate, isn't it, or is that a full dress?
It's separate, yeah.
Okay, and I'm glad that we have this time to chat because I didn't see the border work on the bottom the first time around. That's fun. Could you two do a twirl, please? Cool. I like that there's just one little bit of the logo in the. Yeah, I appreciate that because it makes you look at it now that I'm seeing you just standing there. I guess it reads a little bit cheerleader-ish to me, and I think that's cool. I almost wish you could have gone like full cheerleader on it and done like some pleating, and I think that would have been really, really cute, or maybe given it some more volume for the skirt, so it wouldn't read completely cheerleader, but maybe a little bit more. I got nothing. But I do appreciate this now that I really get a good look at it. It's hard to be like writing and rating, and then you look up and they're gone, and you're like, oh, I needed to see that again. So, thank you.
I love this. I love that you put your model in flats, not just because I enjoy wearing flats, but she just seemed like, more comfortable, and I think that the look goes. You wouldn't wear a pump with this. You would wear cute little sandals. And I could totally see someone wearing this around campus. It's young. I love the cut of the neck. I think it's really modern how you didn't, taper it in at the waist. It just kind of drops, and it's great for her body, great for her shape. I love the skirt. I think that this is just super wearable. I think you did a great job.
Thanks. Yeah, my idea with this was a little bit game day inspired.
Yeah.
So.
But chic, game day chic.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And the details with the cats on the bottom, I really like it.
Thank you.
Yeah, the orange, I look at this outfit and I see, obviously complementary colors. I think that the orange is an awesome color to work with K-State purple. So I definitely love what you did with that skirt. Your detail at the bottom, I kind of agree with the cheerleader sort of look. But it's simple. It's not overdone. It is very wearable. It is very everyday, and it kind of reminds me a little bit of I don't know how many would remember, but kind of the pillowcase dresses. Oh, yeah. It kind of reminds me of that level of just comfort and easy breezy sort of pillowcase dresses. So I think you did a beautiful job. I love it. I think it's very simple, yet it has that detail to it that you definitely showed along the bottom, and your neckline is it's amazing on her. I can't wear that, but it definitely looks amazing on her. So good job.
Thanks.
Hi, Maggie. And your own model.
Yeah, everybody went home for Easter.
Understand. So you really took a different spin with the T-shirt, and I think it's a really creative piece that you produced, and you managed to get the yellow in and where it didn't become the dominant color with your two neutrals. So I think you deserve a bravo with that. So a nice solution there. So are they more petal-like, or so they're completely separate petals? Yeah. Okay.
I can pull them apart, yes.
Okay. And then, can I see the back again?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Some nice touch there. Good work.
Thanks.
I do appreciate, like, there is sort of a minimalist kind of feel to this. I appreciate that you can see, like, the one little power cat on the side with the gray T-shirt, and then you really did use your accent color as an accent color. It wasn't like, okay, I gotta use blue, so therefore I'm putting blue all over this, and here's the logo right here. You know, it's not that way at all. I think this is a well thought out shirt, top. I think I wrote down that it was on trend. I've seen tops like that in stores right now, and I think that's great that you made that out of these T-shirts that you were given. So, yeah.
Yeah, I did try to keep on trend.
You definitely went a different direction than everybody else. I mean, like, if you look around, like, you...
I noticed.
I was worried. But that's good. No, that's a good thing, that you were so outside of the box. Like, when you walked out, I was like, oh, this is completely different, which is great, because, you know, it's good to be on a different wavelength from everybody else, especially in fashion. That's usually what's the next hot thing. You know, you don't want to be following. I didn't even see the detail of the little cat before, so it's cool. It's very minimalist. It's very cool. It's definitely not in your face, which I like. I think it's different. I think I can read a lot about you from this piece, and I like that.
Thank you.
I love your gold trim. Your gold trim on a piece that is otherwise simple, it is beautiful. Your power cat on this side, yeah, you should have flashed that. Maybe just a little, throw some hip out there.
I kind of tried, but I realized
it was so fast, we missed it. But I also saw when you were showing that it was two pieces in the front. Is your print underneath from the T-shirt?
I did hide it because I didn't have that much fabric to work with, so it was hard to find an area where there wasn't.
But that works. I actually really like that. I like the fact that you have something that is so simple yet when you lift that piece up, that you've got some sort of design and embellishment underneath, even though you didn't intend it. I thought that was actually pretty cool. I love this piece. You could actually wear this piece anywhere, just the way you're wearing it. You could wear it out tonight, and nobody would probably think anything about it being a project. So you did a very nice job on this. I would wear it. So.
You also have a really great walk, so it's irrelevant.
I saw that too.
I used to steal my mom's shoes in practice.
Me too. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Brooke.
Hello.
Okay. Well, an interesting approach to solving the design challenge was to sort of create this, I'll call it a quilt, but it's not really a quilt at all. But the way you spliced it all together really shows off your technical skills and that. I think it's really fun how you incorporated some other elements to it. But tell me about the green, it looks like green silk. I'm not exactly sure if it is. The drape in the back?
Mm-hmm.
It is? And what was your process and thoughts on incorporating that?
Well, I just really liked the drape of this fabric, and so I didn't want it to be overpowering, so that's why I kept it in the back like this. And I was just holding it up, and I was looking at it, and I kind of just held it up, and I was like, I need to put it right here. And so I kind of just went with it, and then I tacked it on the side so that it wasn't like too revealing or anything, because the bottom does go down a little farther, and added it in that way.
Okay.
And then brought it to the front with some little ruffles.
Okay. Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Hello. I really like the cut of the asymmetrical, the collar. And I got real excited when I saw it come down because I was like, oh, that's something I might wear. That'd be cute if I could get, I'm like working it out in my mind, like how is this gonna work out for Woo? All right, so I love that we get a second look at them and we get to talk to you about it because at first glance I was like, yes, yes, and now I get to see it and I'm seeing some things that maybe there might be some editing that could have helped along this a little bit, that like the buttons.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not just right there. Are they in other places here?
I have them up on the shoulder also.
Okay.
Goes around to the back.
Cool. And I appreciate that you used your accent color not just as fabric, but using the buttons. Pardon me. I've got allergies and it's bad. It's very bad. But I don't know if there could have been a maybe not clusters, but of the buttons, but maybe more of a functionality or something, because it just kind of jumps out at you, and you're like, I'm a drag queen, and that might be a little much for me. So, just saying.
Okay.
Clearly, it's totally not an insult. I had to edit tonight, and I feel like I did pretty good. But I do like the checker pattern. I think that's really cute, and that's a great way to use that other T-shirt that you had to use. And yeah, and I do like it. I think it could be reworked a little bit.
Thank you.
But thank you.
I love that you made this into a dress. It's obviously extremely original compared to everybody else, and I was super excited when I saw it come down. I think you paid such great attention to detail. The checkerboard pattern is really cool. The asymmetrical shoulder, that's super cool. Obviously the back train. I would say the only thing I don't really care for is the little ruffles on front of it. They look like little jellyfish tentacles to me, and it just kind of cheapens it when I can see you worked so hard. I feel like you kind of pulled a Whitney and we're like, yeah, I'm going to do these details. We're like, and now I'm just going to keep going with details. And it just got away from you. If you had just stopped at the checkerboard even, it would have been perfect. So it's kind of like that rule, take off one accessory before you leave the house. Don't go too far. Trust yourself because you're doing a great job. And I love that you put, the ruffle shoulder on it is super cute. The colors are great. And again, the train is great. And I don't even usually like that. I think it's beautiful. It adds a lot of length to it. Makes it less like a t-shirt dress.
Thank you.
Good job.
I love the fact that you used the whole shirt. I mean, almost the entirety of the shirt is in your piece. And so that right there, that takes a lot of thought to really break that down, how you're going to do that. Your accent and your detail, definitely you paid a lot of attention to detail. The buttons I'm not a big fan of. I think that your detail work separately would have been a home run. I think both detail work together did kind of overwhelm your piece a little bit.
Okay.
But otherwise, it's absolutely adorable. It's very original, and I loved the train. And I am too, not a big fan of trains, but when she was walking down the runway, you just kind of had that float, and it didn't move away from her. You had sense to tack it down and make sure that it was following her in a pleasing way. So it's very, very cute. You did a wonderful job on that piece.
Awesome. Thank you for your thoughts.
Thank you.
Hi, Kimberly.
Hi.
I guess you took the gray shirt and dyed it. Is that what you did?
No, I got a black shirt.
Oh, a black shirt.
Mhm.
Okay, then, so how'd you get this taupey color? Is that the shirt you got? I was just curious.
The black one? Yeah, these pieces are the black shirt that I drew, and then this is just a material that I
Oh, okay,
made up with the
so
shirt.
just other material.
Mhm.
Okay, well, interesting design.
Thanks.
And actually, I can see it from your aesthetic and your previous projects I've seen, and it's a fun new direction for you. I like it. It looks really modern and clean, and I think it fits your model well.
Thank you.
Sup, dude?
Hello.
Hi. So I've gotten to do this a few times, and I think this is the first time I've ever seen a male model. So good for you. Well done. That's great. It makes you stick out, honestly, for this challenge. That's great. So when I saw, and actually I have to say, this isn't cheating. I was totally back in the backstage just hanging out, and I saw this dude, and I was like, that's an interesting outfit. And then when he came down, I was like, what does it remind me of? And it reminds me of Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Oh gosh.
I'm showing you the nerd in me right now. This is like something that would be like the casual wear of the officers on the Enterprise. They would be hanging out in the cantina thing with Guinan, and anyway. Nerd flag waving. But I think it's fun. I wish dudes got to wear stuff like this, honestly. And I mean, in Kansas, you walk around like that, and people are like, "So, what's going on?" In a world full of belt buckles and cowboy hats and Confederate flags on trucks. Saw one of those today. Made me mad. Anyway. I do love the asymmetrical design of this. I appreciate that there's bling on it. It's something that, as a boy, I might wear. So call me later. And so was your accent color was blue? I guess I'm not, is that a blue? I'm not really seeing, it doesn't read blue under these lights.
Yeah, the zipper is kind of more hidden than it was supposed to be, but it's a blue zipper, and then all my threading was hand-stitched, and I hand-stitched it with 2 layers of blue thread, so it kind of pops more.
Oh, that's tricky. Tricky.
Come forward then.
Yeah,
we
you
can't
come here, come
see
here.
it.
Come here. You know what, come down off the step, come here closer. I got bad eyes, there they are. I'll be. All right, now that you're this close, I'm gonna need you to unzip that thing too. Oh, stop.
Oh, that's a malfunction. Are you talking about the zipper?
Oh, does it function?
Well.
Oh, it's stuck.
I'm just gonna be honest real fast. Right before the show, I might have pulled the zipper while I was talking, and I didn't put stops on it right before. I meant to.
Oh no.
No, I couldn't get back on, but I meant to do that. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
you had a make it work moment. It's okay. That's okay. So, the undershirt is that just not? That's not something that you constructed. The main is your jacket. Okay, cool. I like it. I do like it. Thank you.
I was super excited to see a guy. That was it was totally unexpected.
Right?
You came out and I was like, ooh, someone's got short hair in the back. Oh my gosh, it's a boy. It's exciting though. I mean, it's great to see everyone on the runway, and it's completely different, obviously. It's like nothing else that anyone else did. It doesn't say the logo. It's not obvious. What would you call the print? I mean, is this supposed to be a design, or is it just kind of like shattered glass?
This girl back here, I work with her, and she doodles all the time. And I was walking by her computer, and we're dealing with like modernism right now, and Justin and human ecology right now. And so I was walking by her desk, and she's always doodling, and she has all these crazy designs that just kind of match together. And so I basically took one of her designs and just blew it up onto fabric and pieced it together like a puzzle.
Wow. Well, it's definitely original. I mean, there's nothing about this that was even remotely like anything else that anybody did. So I have to give you props on that on every level. And you obviously put a lot of work into it, looking at the stitching up close. I mean, I couldn't see that on the runway, so thank you for coming down, male model. And yeah, I think, it's definitely out of the box. So props to you.
Thank you.
I absolutely love it. I got a chance to see the shirt in the hallway, so I actually did know that the stitching was there. You couldn't see it real well on the stage under this lighting. However, your logo piece on the sleeve, your asymmetrical cut, your zipper, all of your fine attention, your attention to fine detail in this piece. There's so much of it, yet it's not overpowering. There's like the 10 grams. That's what I think of, those little math pieces that we had to do in school, and we had to make them into one big geometrical shape. That's immediately what I thought of when I saw that, is that you basically just took one and shattered it and individually sewed it all over his garment. And I think it's fantastic that you didn't allow your desire to have so much detail overpower your piece and make it too gaudy. So kudos, I absolutely love it. It's
Thank you.
fantastic.
Appreciate it.
All right, thank you all for your feedback.
Now it's time for us to tally the judges' scores and announce the winner of K-State Project Runway Season 6. As we tally the scores, we'd like to bring Ellie Dickens up to the stage.
So we could give a round of applause for Ellie.
Hello, everyone. So as you probably heard from all 6 of the intros, I'm Ellie Dickens, and I'm this year's K-State Proud co-chair. And so what K-State Proud is we're a student-led philanthropic organization on campus. Basically what we do is we raise funds for students who are in emergency financial situations. And so through these funds that our kind of main way of raising these funds are through all of the wonderful t-shirts that you just got the chance to see. And so we were really excited that we got to pair with UPC with this event. It was very exciting to see all of the work that all of the artists and all of the models did with the K-State Proud t-shirts and everything like that. And so we actually have a raffle that we gave today for anyone who either donated previously to K-State Proud or who donated tonight. And so we have 3 gift baskets that we're raffling off. And actually, there was one young lady who forgot her raffle ticket at the table. Was it you? Anyone? No? No one that had their raffle ticket? Okay. All right. Well, in case we draw. All right. So let's go ahead and draw out our first one. So I'll show you all what we have in these baskets. All right, and so this year's K-State Proud shirt was it is concealed within the outfit, and so this, and so what we have here are 5 of the past vintage K-State Proud shirts. We have a K-State back scratcher, very nice, and and we have a K-State Proud lapel pin, a few K-State Proud water bottles, a water bottle full of candy, delicious, and a candle and a few other goodies in here. So we're going to go ahead and draw our first winner. Okay, ticket that ends in 34. So that would be 8682934. Ah, excellent. Okay, here you go. Come on up. All right, so we have 2 more. All right, now. All right, so this is the ticket that ends in 37. So 8682937. Okay, wonderful. All right, and then our last raffle winner, drum roll please. All right, this ends in 35. So that would be 8. All right, well, thank you all so much again for joining in the raffle, and then also for all of yours support with K-State Proud. And so now I'd like to tell you all a little bit of history about K-State Proud. So now we're in our 9th year. So we're very excited because we're coming up on our 10th year next year. So it'll be our 10-year anniversary. And we actually started out, the individuals who started K-State Proud began K-State Proud in the hopes of raising this emergency relief fund. And in the first year, they set their goal at only $1,000. But after their first volunteer training, they blew that out of the water by several $1,000s. And that first year, they raised over $36,000 in just the first year. And so since then, up through year 8, we're still counting in the totals from this year. We've raised over $833,000. And from that, we've been able to keep 436 students at K-State because of the Student Opportunity Awards that we give out. And so it's a cause that I'm very passionate about, and I think is great that keeps the K-State family very alive here at K-State. And so are there any questions that I could answer for you all? Any questions about K-State Proud? Anything? I'll answer anything. No? Nothing? Okay, wonderful. All right, well, now we can turn it over, I believe. Oh, never mind. I've been told to continue talking. So if there are no questions, I could actually tell you all a story about one of our previous Student Opportunity Award recipients. And so a man who I know who was a Student Opportunity Award recipient, he received this, this is the scholarship that we talk about, the award that can help a student stay at K-State. This student actually, his parents suddenly passed away in a car accident. And he was left, of course, as I'm sure none of us can really imagine, I'm sure I can't certainly imagine it, but left not knowing what to do, completely financially unstable, just left scrambling. And so he applied for a Student Opportunity Award, and he's actually graduating from the theater department this May. And so a year and a half later, he's just thriving and doing so well at K-State. And actually earlier today, just on a whim, I met another Student Opportunity Award recipient who had had serious health problems her freshman year, and applied for a Student Opportunity Award, and was given that, and just met her today, actually. It was fantastic. And so it's been very cool to get to see all the t-shirts around on campus, and like I said, on all of our wonderful models. All right, so you guys like any jokes? Just kidding. What? All right, never mind, we're good. Lucky for you, you did not have to hear my jokes. All right, well, thank you guys very much. All right, they're not good. So, any more questions before I bore you with my terrible jokes? Yes, please. Oh, great. Okay, so the question was, how else can we get involved with K-State Proud? Fantastic question. And so, K-State Proud is a year-long philanthropy, and we're put on by an organization called Student Foundation. But we have a K-State Proud committee and volunteers who volunteer and help out through all different types of events throughout the year. We do a lot of events, raising awareness events. If any of you all have classes ever on the north end of campus in a lot of the agriculture buildings, this past semester in the fall, we gave out over 600 free donuts. And so a lot of our volunteers got to help us with that. And some of our volunteers were even here today helping us. And so if you'd be interested in getting more involved with K-State Proud, I'll be at our wonderful booth outside. And I can write down your contact information and we can get you plugged in. Thank you. What other questions do you guys have? So you're picking no questions to my jokes, I think. All right, never mind, we're good. Lucky you. All right, well, thank you guys very much for having us. It's been a wonderful night, and stay K-State Proud. Congratulations to all of our designers. Thank you.
So as they still deliberate backstage, actually, never mind. They're good.
Hold up, I'm here. Okay, so we have tallied all of the scores and are ready to announce the winner. I don't know why I set that down. Abby's coming. Okay, one more round of applause for all of our models and all of our contestants tonight.
All right, so we're gonna start off with our third place winner, winning a prize of $50. We have Maggie Stuart. Let's give Maggie a round of applause.
Woo, woo. Okay, and second place, winning a prize of $100, is Molly Fitzpatrick. And first place goes to,
drum roll please, winning K-State Project Runway Season 6 and a prize of $150. Give a round of applause for Brooke Wallace.
okay,
All right, congratulations to all of our contestants and our 3 winners. A special thanks goes out to designers, models, and judges, as well as our sponsors for the event. Again, LGBT Resource Center, Wellcats, Bellis Academy, Wildcat Watch, and K-State Proud, and of course, K-State After Hours.
Another big thank you goes out to all of you for coming to tonight's event. It couldn't have happened without you. Give us your thoughts about our event by filling out our event evaluations at our UPC booth right outside the door. This will enter you in a drawing for one of our gift baskets, including a $50 Union gift card. So go ahead and fill one of those out for us and have a fantastic evening.